Wait, oh, wait, no, oh, is it, is it on, no, it's not, OBS! Okay! Oh boy, and just like last time, I screw up the intro immediately. Hello, sleepyheads, it is Sleepy, I'm here with Cosmic Crow, and YouTube has somehow done it again! That is not a good thing, they are on their drugs again!
I really don't know what goes through the minds of all the YouTube executives when they're sitting around a table during a board meeting. They're like, okay, how do we make our platform better? And almost every single time they ask that question, they come up with the best way to make it worse.
Yeah,
And then they just go with it, and no one stops them.
Okay, first, the thing is, alright, guys, about the skit I made earlier today, at first, it started, I believe a few years back, they start kicking creators and striking creators on the platform for absolutely no reason without context. I say nothing. Some time passes. Things get worse. They remove dislikes. I still say nothing. Then they start blocking videos for being too popular. What is this, YouTube? What is this? Okay, the other two. I don't like either of those two either, but this? What is this? Come on.
It really seems like YouTube is adopting the mindset that to be relevant, they need to change things. They need to shuffle things around. They need to modify the YouTube landscape somehow. And so the first idea is, oh, let's make YouTube safer, which, on paper is a good idea. But then to do that, they make it harder to use their platform. And that's not what making something safe means. Making something safe means you make it easier to use without running the risk of doing harm yourself
or harm to the younger audience, because that was the whole point of that thing. Copyright's an issue. The whole algorithm is an issue. Payment's also an issue. Because I'm pretty sure a lot of these YouTubers aren't getting paid like they should. Because, you know, ad revenue does wonders, and so does Patreon, which I wish I could set that up, but I am not popular. And secondly, I can't get my, I'll fix that later. I'm almost an adult. I can handle this. The thing is, YouTube has only made things worse from here. YouTube was better back in 2013, but after 2015, it was a downward spiral that just turned it from a fun platform to a corporate platform, which nobody likes that.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard this thrown around a lot, but it reigns true. YouTube is the old motto for YouTube, and supposedly its current motto, which I disagree with at this point. Its old motto was broadcast yourself. Don't broadcast your brand. Don't broadcast your ideology. Broadcast yourself in your raw form. And this new change, where they just flat out cap videos so that they can't be viewed by more people until they get more subscribers, is the complete opposite of broadcasting yourself. Because broadcasting yourself is putting yourself out there for people to see. And YouTube is limiting the amount of people that can see you.
They're contradicting themselves. They are literally contradicting themselves. Hey, we want you to broadcast yourself, but we also don't want people to see you broadcasting yourself. Then what's the point, YouTube?
It's like just yelling out into an abyss and saying, "Hey, I'm here," and then no one responds.
Even though you were guaranteed a response. Yeah, YouTube, and also the problem is they say that they care about their smaller creators. Absolute BS. Because if they really did care, then how come every single little thing that they've added in the past few years has been hurting us, huh? They've been doing more harm than good.
It's plain and simple. Small creators don't get YouTube nearly as much money.
Yeah, that's all people. Money in general. Why are people greedy at this point? YouTube, you have enough money. Stop being greedy. It's partly isn't YouTube owned by Google now? Because I just haven't been keeping up.
Maybe actually. I feel like that would make sense.
Like, I've been blaming it all on the new CEO. Like, Suzanne has ruined everything. She has, really.
Well, I mean, it's hard to pin the blame on one person because it's a whole corporate effort. Like,
I know. I'm just saying, like, the way that Susan is the reason, like, the strikes are coming out and all, you know? The whole YouTube copyright issue.
Yeah.
And the child protection issue, which I'm still struggling with, by the way. I'm tired of having to, like, no, this video isn't for kids on my videos, because, yeah, it's not for kids. Why can't you just set that as a default in the settings?
Yeah, that's a little lame.
Also, YouTube, if you're going to have... Okay, another thing. The whole kids issue. Like, I know I probably brought this up to my friends before, but they could have just relied on YouTube Kids. That's the parent's responsibility to control what the child is looking at that age. But the thing is, with YouTube Kids, they basically have no moderation whatsoever. I am pretty sure that you can find the most cursed stuff there than you can on YouTube itself. Like, if you guys actually care about child safety concerning videos, then fix YouTube Kids up and use that instead of hindering everyone else. You'd make it easier for the creators and the parents, essentially, because the parents still don't know what's on there. Like, alright, YouTube Kids, oh, this must be for kids. Imagine some oblivious parent that just says, oh, this must be for kids. Then later on in the child's life, they like they're caught looking at you know where this is going.
Yeah.
It's just that's on YouTube. Frankly, okay, so this whole thing, the newest edition. Hold on, let me just get this out of the way. Alright, so this whole... Let me get the image. Where's the image? Alright. Removing dislike. Okay, the thing is, okay, they've had excuses. They're full of excuses. And, frankly, I believe none of them. Removing dislikes. They said they were protecting the smaller creators. Yeah, you're protecting them from possibly what could be constructive criticism.
Yeah.
Another
thing about the dislikes is a lot of people watch videos and trust them based on the like to dislike ratio. So if you can't see that, you can't know if the tutorial you're watching for fixing a light bulb or something is credible or not. You can look at the comments, sure, but even the comments can be flawed sometimes. And
yeah, and people can make alternate accounts, which a lot of scammers actually do. Because I remember making a video some years ago about, like, this really popular Robux scam that was going around Roblox. And I was like, hey, don't follow this, because this is probably going to be my last video for a while. And frankly, I'm tired of seeing it. That was me being oblivious, thinking that people were going to see that. But I made the video anyway because I was stubborn. But videos like that, alright. That video... I don't even know how many. I need to check my channel every now and then. I've really been... Like, I've been uploading more than I have, but... More than I used to, but, I've been neglecting the statistics. Let's see. So, videos like that. Like, okay. You're going to find a bunch of free Robux scams on YouTube. And... like, anybody that plays Roblox on that watches my channel, I think you're competent enough to know there's really no such thing unless someone gives you a card. But, or unless you work for it, but that isn't exactly free now, is it? But we all know those are fake. Wait, why do I have a copyright claim on a... That's using a non-copyrighted song! Oh my god!
That's quite an interesting voice. I'm just gonna throw that out there. That's a neat voice.
Okay, the thing is, I just found out that one of my videos has a copyright claim on a non-copyrighted song. What? What? Okay, I'm looking through it to see if there's anything else. No, there isn't. Hold on. Oh, thankfully the interview's all right. remember that interview that I did with Ferrante. That was fun. Anyway, off topic. YouTube, you suck. Do your job right.
You
Like,
don't.
honestly, the smaller create. The thing is, I am so glad I have a backup plan, which is Twitch. Like, all right, my original idea was to start a Twitch channel once I hit 500 subscribers or 1K. But I decided to start it early because I hit a milestone of 300 and I was super happy. And frankly, I need to get paid some other way. Like when I eventually get to that point. So I'm just like, why don't I start up a Twitch early? I'm so glad I did because I don't have to deal with doing that later. Because it's probably gonna get close to it's probably gonna get to a point where I'm gonna have to go to Twitch when it comes to payments for videos and stuff. Like, really, like, okay, guys, donate to me, I guess. I don't know. But whenever I get to that point, it'll be a lot faster than getting to 1K on YouTube, which, because of this recent change, it's probably going to be impossible as of now. Because, hey, okay, so the video I show in the skit, like the Doppio Yells video?
Yeah.
That video has over 200K. Now, if a 9 or 11 months ago, yeah, that would have been, it was fine then. But if it were to blow up, like if I were to post that video today and it blows up like it did then, that video would not be available to really anyone else after like 10K. Because I don't get that many views in a video. Like most of the time. I only get like 24, maximum to 30 to 50, all the way up to 200. Which is sad because it just proves that most of my subscribers aren't really watching the videos. And I know, and the sad part is, I know where these subscribers come from. They come from those videos. I really don't like the JoJo themed videos. Like, I love JoJo, but those videos got popular for the wrong reason. I just made those because no one else did. And they got and then they got popular, and I got a bunch of subscribers from it, and I never saw those subscribers again. And I'm just like, bro, really?
Yeah, that's kind of what happened with my channel. When I cater to the mob and make something that's kind of memey, then it usually gets pretty popular. But when I do my own thing and like actually put effort into it, it usually doesn't get that many views unless it's related to my game.
Which even that has been dwindling down, which is also BS because people have just been oh hey, it's a one-hit wonder. It's still being updated, you idiots. Like I was talking with someone a few days ago about Enter the Backrooms, and then they said Enter the Backrooms was a one-hit wonder, like the one accurate Backrooms game. It's also dead now, and I was like, bro, it's still being updated. What do you mean it's dead?
Yo.
What do you mean it's dead, my guy? It's still being updated.
Yeah, there's a major update that I'm literally going to drop in like 10 days, dude.
Oh my goodness. Wait, 10 days. Hold up, what?
Yeah, there's gonna be a huge update coming out real soon. I got beta 6. That'll come out sometime between now and Saturday. And then another 3 or 4 days, beta 7. And then however much more time after that it takes to make sure like all the bugs are fixed. But like if we don't find a ton of bugs, then yeah, it will be ready in about 10 days, February 19th.
That'll be nice. That's nice, mate. Like, oh my goodness. Okay, so this man says Enter the Backrooms is dead. Get out. The door is over there. Get out.
The door's over there. I'm literally going to release the game's biggest update ever in 10 days.
The door is right there. Ow!
In fact, we have given you 3 doors to choose from just because you were that wrong.
Yes, you have the door that leads to the broken glass, the door that you have to step on Legos to get to the other side of the room, and the door to just get out of my life, please. Anyway, speaking of Enter the Backrooms, I thought the last update was major. Like, you say major update, and I'm just like, wait, the last one wasn't?
So are you talking about like release version 3 or like the beta?
The beta.
Okay, so betas are pretty sizable updates. So when I say a major update, I mean like the one update that like all of the betas build up to.
Oh, so final update for that beta.
Yeah. So you go. So you know how all the beta names start with like R4 Beta 5, or like
Yeah,
R4 Beta 4 and all that. Well, that's because those are betas for release version 4.
yeah.
So like right now the released game is on release version 3, and then all those betas are building up to the release of release version 4.
I'm gonna ask Void to make some sprites for you, mate. So if I'm ever doing like editing in my videos and you're speaking, I can just pop that there because yay, Cosmic's here.
Yay!
Speaking of which, that animation was amazing, like animatic. Like I like the way that she drew you, mate.
I
Like,
did too. I
I-
gotta say, Void, thank you. That's really cool.
I already know how they draw me in their art style. Like they kind of just. I'm gonna send you a picture right real quick. Y'all aren't gonna see. Actually, no, you're not gonna see. Actually, maybe you might. I don't know. But I'm gonna show you like the most accurate image right quick. Why did that just go off on my computer? All right. Wait a minute. I'm checking something because Void did just DM me. Wow. Anyway, here's the image with the most accurate depiction of my hair drawn by Yoru. Like you can see that there's 3 sections at the top and there's like that little tail at the back.
No, I think Void's drawing of me was very accurate. Like it actually looks a lot like me in real life. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. They asked me a question like, "You really want to know what lore is?" And I'm just like, "I know what lore is. I just want to know the lore. I am trolling them." Anyways, actually, Cosmic. While I still have about an hour left, do you want to turn this into an interview? Since we did kind of get like we got our point across of YouTube.
I mean, sure. If you got questions for me, I can go.
I do actually. Some of them are similar to Ferrante's, but yeah, they're pretty similar questions. I would get a better answer from you. Like, there's a lot of stuff about you that most of your fans do not know.
There.
Like, okay, if I were to ask you the exact same questions I asked Ferrante, people are less likely to know the answer to those questions. While as Ferrante, he kind of already had, like, I don't think he had much of an interview that blew up, but he did have a few interviews, and I'm pretty sure the same question was asked. Anyway, so first things first. Oh my goodness, Void, please stop DMing me. Alright. So anyway, first things first. How did you get into the back rooms at all? Like, that's what I really want to know. Like, where was your first like ever contact? Hey, reference to the video, first contact.
Okay, so I first got into the back rooms quite a while ago. It was when it kind of just became a meme. It was, way back summer of 2019, and I saw people talking about this post of a room with yellow walls called the back rooms. I was like, what in the world is that? So I checked it out, and then I didn't think much about it at first. But like the more I thought about that concept of this like a maze that kind of went on forever, that didn't have any obvious threat, but that didn't look very friendly either. Like I really liked that concept, and it kind of festered in my brain for a while. And then I actually tried to make my own backrooms game way back in 2019. Unfortunately, I wasn't very good at programming back then, at least in 3D. So I made a very buggy, laggy mess of like a prototype, and I gave up because I was like, you know what? No, I'm not ready for something like this. And then a couple of backrooms games did come out, and that deterred me even further. I was like, okay, other people have done this already. So
yeah, but they didn't do it as good. Before you even continue. They did not do like. All right, so I'm talking about in terms of the Wikidot.
Really quick. So that's when I was like, okay, so what? All the people who made backrooms games that are way better than mine could ever be. So I ditched the idea entirely. But then later, it was about 2020, I think I saw like a couple more posts or something about I saw a video about backrooms levels. And I was like, backrooms levels? Wait, what? Is it that yellow maze thing that people were talking about like 6 months ago? Why are people talking about it again? And then I saw like this new expanded lore. Now there's 3 levels: level 0, level 1, level 2. I was like, wait, what levels? That sounds a lot like a game. And so I was pretty fascinated, and I dug a little bit deeper, and then I saw level 3, level 4, level 5, level 6, level 7, and I think at the time it went all the way to level 8 and then stopped. And when I saw that, I was like, whoa, okay, this goes a lot deeper than I thought. So I started looking for more Backrooms games that explored these varying levels. But all of them were just either an unfinished thing or a released game that only had level 0. And I was like, well, I might not be able to make something with just level 0. Maybe I can make a game where you can actually explore all these different levels. But at the time, I kind of put the idea aside because I still didn't think I was ready. Of course, the pandemic rolls around, and I'm like, okay, I'm bored. I want to do something productive. And then I kind of remember the Backrooms, and I'm like, okay, hold on. Let me give it another try. So I gave it another try. Fast forward 21 months almost, and here we are.
So basically, that like, wow, game devs really jumped on a grind when the pandemic broke out. Really.
Yeah, because I just decided I was like, there's nothing else I really have to do.
Like you're coding.
I want to be productive. So.
Your coding software is just like you got somewhere you gotta be.
Honestly, well, and at the time I worked at McDonald's, and I was like, I don't like working at McDonald's. I'll keep doing it for as long as I need, but it'd be nice if this one little project turned into a full game, and if I could just quit my job to work on this game instead. And then it did, and I'm really, really glad I did, because I'm making way more money than I did at McDonald's, and I'm having way more fun.
Speaking of job, was McDonald's your first job? Like, what was your first job?
Yeah, so I would say McDonald's was like my first official job. In middle school, I did like this fundraiser thing where I worked at Culver's. I don't know if you have Culver's where you live, but it's like a restaurant.
I don't think I do. I'll look it up.
Yeah, so Culver's is just like a fast food restaurant that sells like ice cream and burgers and stuff. And I worked there for one night as a fundraiser, and that was my first taste of like real employment. But then I worked at McDonald's for 2 years, or just under 2 years. And for the last 9 months of my time at McDonald's, I was also developing Enter the Backrooms in my free time. So on days where I worked, I went to McDonald's. On days where I didn't work, I worked on Enter the Backrooms. And after 9 months, I had something that I felt was ready to be released. So I made sure my last day at McDonald's was February 11th, 2021. And then the day Enter the Backrooms release was February 12th, 2021. And although at the time it was a big risk because I didn't know if I would get enough money from Enter the Backrooms, the risk paid off. So we're all good.
It's always good to go into that kind of stuff with a backup plan. I have, okay, I even mentioned earlier, I have multiple plans. Like, if YouTube doesn't work, I have a backup plan. Because I'm planning to have a job when I actually get, to the point where I get paid. So, I'm planning to have a job by then, so if it doesn't work, I can just focus on the job, and then think of something later. Because I want to have fun with what I'm getting paid with, if I'm getting paid, I want to have fun doing it. Which is why I stick to YouTube and stuff.
And it's hard to do that, man. It's hard to find things that get you money and are fun, at least at our age. Like when you get like a college degree and stuff, you have a bit more freedom with that. But when we're talking about entry-level part-time jobs, there's not much, unfortunately.
Yeah. Because okay, so one thing. Okay, well, let me just think for a minute. Let's see. So, actually, here's one that I think everyone's dying to know. How did you first get into coding at all, like game development? Were you?
That actually goes back way back to well, I guess if we want to go to the very beginning, it would be Minecraft command blocks. I remember learning about those when I was like, I want to say like 11, and I was like, whoa, you can do things? And I had no idea what I was doing. I was just like watching YouTube videos and copying and pasting the stuff they had in the description. But I thought it was really cool. Then I started learning Scratch, which a lot of young soon-to-be programmers use, because it takes all that nasty text and turns it into fun little colorful blocks that you can use to make games. And after Scratch, I took a course in summer school, which was kind of weird because it didn't last all summer, but it was a thing for parents who couldn't take care of their kids over the summer. So it was in between my 6th grade and 7th grade years. I went to summer school, and one of the courses they offered was called Game On, where you learned how to do programming. And so I went to the course, and they set us up on Khan Academy because they have a JavaScript tutorial series where they teach you JavaScript. So I worked with that, and I instantly fell in love with just the freedom you had with like the text and stuff, and I thought it was cool to be a quote-unquote real programmer. So I started learning how to do stuff with that, and my favorite part of the whole Khan Academy experience was like they give you a ton of like little projects to do. So they tell you the problem you're trying to solve, but you get to solve it however you want with your project. And so I thought that was a really cool system because it teaches you to think for yourself. So I did that for a couple years, and then while I was doing my Khan Academy stuff, I found a piece of software called Processing for Java, which takes JavaScript, cleans it up, kind of ports it into Java almost. Like it has a similar syntax to JavaScript,
Polish?
so it
Like
looks like
polishes it?
JavaScript. Yeah. It makes it useful for PCs and for doing stuff with Java. And it also makes it easy to call OpenGL functions so that you can draw shapes on your screen without too much like shader programming knowledge. So I started with processing, and it looked really similar to the stuff on Khan Academy, but you could do so much more with it. And so I started using processing and learning all these techniques and stuff, and I was having a blast. And I just kept practicing and doing small projects and stuff with processing until eventually the pandemic came, and I was like, okay, enough small little tests. I want to do a full-size game just to see if I can. And my original idea for a game wasn't the Backrooms in its entirety. It was actually just Level 33, a game that took place in Level 33, because I really liked the concept of like an infinite mall that gets a bit more dangerous the deeper you go into it. But as I was like putting in like the collision system and like some basic textures just for testing, as I was building the framework for the game, I was like, well, if I'm going to do a Backrooms-ish game, I might as well just do Level 0 through 8 instead. That'd be better than just having one level.
Well, I mean, at level 33, don't you think that's gonna, like, it's the whole thing that started it, kinda, so what do you think that's coming out in the future? Is level 33 gonna be a thing?
No, actually, yes. That's a great question, because...
Hopefully nothing happens to its wiki entry before you get to it.
Yeah, at this point, anything can happen. But, no, so, release version 4 is going to drop very soon, like 10 days to 2 weeks. Maybe a little longer if something big pops up, so I don't want to give a final date yet, but it's going to be very soon. Like, I would hope it comes out sometime in February. But, I have college coming up in a few months, and after that, I don't know if I'm going to be able to continue developing Enter the Backrooms. I might be able to, and I'm not going to say I won't. But for now, I'm not, like, making any plans after I start college. So I'm going to drop release version 4 sometime this month, hopefully. And then we'll start on release version 5, which will, for now, be the final release of Enter the Backrooms. Again, emphasis on for now. I may do more after I get to college, if I have the free time. But release version 5 will be a level-focused update, where I try to add in lots of different levels. Release version 4, on the other hand, it adds in entities. It still adds in, like, 70 levels and a secret level. And it kind of fixes a generation up on pretty much every level. Release version 4 is just a big game-changing update, where it's less about adding on to the content and making all the content currently in the game better. But release version 5 will definitely just be about adding on to the content. And in release version 5, I plan to do levels 23 up to level 33. and that will be like the last level of Enter the Backrooms, basically. At least when we're talking about the normal numbered levels. Because level 33 is my favorite, and I thought it would be really nice if the last level of Enter the Backrooms was originally going to be the only level in the game. That'd just be kind of like a neat little piece of trivia.
I like how the game. By the way, I didn't. Speaking of Enter the Backrooms, I didn't realize that the end of the game was at level 8. Isn't it like at level 9? Yeah, it's at level 8, isn't it? The end of the game. Like
so right now, yeah. So you have like a campaign, which is basically the main goal. The end of that is after level 8, because I wanted the big chunk of progression to be from level 0 to level 8, and that's where the game kind of moves away from getting harder and harder, and more to just presenting you with new environments to explore, like level 9 and 10 and 11. And the game gets a lot weirder after level 8, and so I thought that was a good spot to say, hey, you finished the main part, but there's a lot more to explore if you want to keep going. I thought that would just be kind of a neat little system.
You weren't trying to exit the backrooms. The player is calling massive BS. I'm trying to get out of this place, Cosmic!
Then why do you keep going deeper and deeper into the levels?
Where else do I go?
I don't know, sideways!
Hey. Like, you go sideways, clip into level fun, and you're just like, oh, shit. Level fun is horrifying. I saw people play that. I've even gone through that myself. And I've seen Void play it. None of us enjoy it because, hey, there are boxes on this level. Yay, partygoers don't pop up. Why do I still hear footsteps? And then it turns out that I'm being chased by 5 partygoers. The laugh isn't. The voice acting on the partygoers is insane, by the way. I'd like to meet that voice actor one day. Speaking of voice acting, I'm an amateur, but I've had my hand at it.
Mimi did a fantastic job. Like, I've known her for a couple years. She started off as just a girlfriend of one of my friends, but we all kind of formed this friend group and got along pretty well. And she has just, I think, the perfect voice. And even when you're just talking to her, she kind of sounds like a partygoer, because she's a very fun person to be around, but she also sounds like a little crazy. Like, I can't tell you how many times she'll just throw out some random side comment that feels like something you shouldn't be letting out of your mouth, but she does it anyway. And it's so hilarious how the VC will react whenever she hops in and says something.
All right, I must meet this person one day. Just inside.
I mean, I would say Mimi is like the most partygoer-esque person I know, and so I thought their voice would be perfect. And their voice sounds like a partygoer in my mind anyway, so I thought there would be no one better than her. And
that childish laughter. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. But the funny thing is, I think she's in her 20s now. So she's in no way a child, but she pulls off a really good childish laugh.
Imagine, oh boy. Well, we all know what's happening if he gets his door kicked down in the middle of this. Anyways, next question. This one is mainly from my curiosity. So, your name is Cosmic Crow MC, which I assume stands for Minecraft, correct?
Yeah.
When did you get into Minecraft? Who wasn't? But hey, the whole MC. Why? What got you into Minecraft? What made you add that?
Okay, so yeah, Minecraft. I got into that way back. It was September of 2012. I played the demo for the first time, and I was instantly hooked. But back then, it was just their little demo on their website, and you couldn't save your world and stuff. And so I begged my parents to let me keep my computer on all night, so that the next day I could come back and keep adding to it. But yeah. I was instantly hooked on that little demo that they used to have on their website. And then I saved up my money so I could buy an account after that. And then a month later, I think it was October 17th, 2012. I think I remember the exact day. That's when I got Minecraft. And I've just been playing it and loving it ever since. It just never seems to get old, because it's about doing what you want to do. So as long as you never run out of ideas, you never get bored of Minecraft. And I think Minecraft is also the reason I was motivated to make Enter the Backrooms. And that's because when you think about Minecraft, it's a game about motivating yourself to do things. Because, like, yeah, you have the goal of getting to the end, but even if you do that, like, ultimately, the goal of the game is just to do whatever you want and to set your own goals and to, like, make your own decisions at every step of the process. And you make that process as well. So, I think Minecraft, I loved it not only because it was a fun, colorful game. It taught me to be more creative and to motivate myself. And well, and it introduced me to command blocks and computer programming.
Like that,
So, yeah,
Minecraft set you off.
Minecraft set me up, man. And Minecraft's an indie game. It's like the indie game of indie games. It taught people that you don't need to be from a big studio to make a good game. And so I was like, I'm just gonna make my own game on my own because Minecraft did it, so why can't I? So I did it. So yeah, I have a lot of things to thank Minecraft for. But Minecraft also like helped me connect with other people. It was like the first game I played online with other people. And so I was like, you know, building cities and going on adventures with my friends online. And like we would hop on Skype every day in the summer so we could keep playing Minecraft, and we played mini games, and I have so many good memories of Minecraft, man. Like Minecraft actually shaped a big chunk of my personality, I would say.
Speaking of mini games,
yeah.
okay. Speaking of mini games, Hypixel, stop banning me overnight. I wasn't even online the last time you banned me. This has happened twice now.
Well,
so
when you get on their forums and tell them, hey, I got banned, they're like, oh, get a more secure account. It's like, that doesn't help me.
Like, okay, your account has suspicious activity. What does that mean? Nobody, like, okay, so either that's assuming that someone logged in on a different location, or I just logged in weird? What? Not only that, but, okay, so the first time it was because of suspicious activity on my account. I don't get that. Like, that really is no reason to ban someone. I don't really get it. And the next one happened literally overnight, like almost 2 days after I got unbanned, right? I played my Hypixel with Gate a little bit, right? And then out of nowhere, 2 days later, like, okay, I didn't play my Hypixel for those 2 days. I was busy with schoolwork. The thing is, like, 2 days later, how do you go from, alright, this guy's unbanned now, to 2 days later, banning him again when he hasn't even been online? How? Just how? Not to mention the fact that these bans have happened, like, not to mention the fact this sort of ban that doesn't make sense, like, this has happened twice. I am pretty sure that I can't really appeal. Like, it's not even worth the appeal because, like, the amount of time it's going to take me to actually get back on the server, it's going to take me some months, and I'm not sure where I'm going to be at that time, so, bruh. Speaking of bans, have you ever gotten banned from a Minecraft server before, that you recall?
Yeah, I remember when I was younger, I played a lot on this server called Legit Land. It was like a really small community survival server. I thought
Oh boy.
Cool. And I remember like they had this like shop at spawn, and most of the shops were protected with like a protecting system plugin they had, but some weren't. And so I remember going to some shops that didn't have the protection and stealing their stuff. Just because I was like, haha, it's their fault for not protecting it. And then the staff were like, no, you can't do that. And they got banned for like a week for stealing. But,
that's on them for not putting the like, if you're gonna put some security on stuff, don't half do it, please. Like, and then ban people for stealing from it, because that's to be expected anyways. Like, okay, yeah. Obviously there are gonna be some people who are competent enough not to steal from it, right? But there's gonna be other people who are just like, hey, this isn't protected, so can I just take these? I'm gonna take them, goodbye. Like, they're gonna be like that. People are gonna be like that. Uh, speaking of moderators, ooh, Backrooms Wiki dot looking at you. It's devolved, man. I miss the old days when things were actually accepted. And where things didn't get out of hand. Like, there's been some cursed stuff, recently. But hey.
I don't even know. Like, I wouldn't say it's necessary. Well, I mean, I guess it's sort of the moderators, but also the community as a whole. They're getting to the point where they don't know what they want to do. They don't know what they want the backrooms to be. They're trying to let it be everything, but also they're censoring a lot of people and saying, well, no, it can't be that. It can be this, but it can't be that. And it's becoming just a giant mess, honestly.
The thing is, I like the old wiki still. Like, I remember back in my interview with Fronte, I said I just hated the old wiki. The thing is, I wasn't lying. I do hate the old wiki, but specific aspects of it. The concept of the old wiki, though, like what's on there, I do like that stuff. Like the whole idea with the like the vast amount of levels, the clusters and stuff. The clusters, though, what are you trying to do? Like SCP clone, really? Don't do that. That's unnecessary. Just keep it. Hey, this is the first cluster. Wait, why are we calling it a cluster? This is the only thing we know of. You know, really, instead of clusters, you should have just had like, okay, what I imagined clusters to be at the time was just like another Backrooms universe. Like, okay, you're going into the next universe. Wait, how many levels are gonna be in this one? Probably one. And that is, you're not gonna survive. Because there's a buff skin stealer at the end of that hallway. Goodbye! Buff skin stealers haunt me to this day. I like that. Like, I saw the image that someone sent me. That doesn't look buff. That looks diseased. Oh boy. Let's see. What else? So wait. Did you ever have a thought to make, like, just specifically Minecraft content? Because you do have quite a bit of Minecraft on your channel.
No, originally that's what my channel was just going to be. It was me playing Minecraft and having fun with friends. There were some times where I tried to, like, do other games on the channel, but I didn't really feel the need to do that, so I was just like, you know what, I'll just stick with, I'll stick with just focusing on Minecraft instead of trying to throw in other games. So I was having fun with Minecraft, doing it with friends, and when I started working on Enter the Backrooms, that's where it kind of stopped, and I was like, you know what? Well, no. What happened was I started doing torturing PewDiePie's Pets Until the Cave update. I started doing that, and I was like, that's sucking up all my Minecraft energy, so I'm gonna try and do something else. And then I was like, hey, my game. So I started making videos about my game and stuff instead, and that was fun. Because not only did it tell people about the game and kind of spread popularity, but it just made me more passionate about working on my game. And I remember, I think it was, I don't remember exactly who it was. It may have been the Box of Fun, but there was someone from the Backrooms community who stumbled across my videos, and like they shared it with everyone else, and they brought a ton of hype to my game. And I'm really thankful for that, because it really motivated me a lot to see that people were so excited about my game.
Yeah, people still are, man. The thing is, right now, like, as it stands, the game is underrated, and not only that, but you're underrated, because everyone knows about the game, but some of the people don't know about you. And that's just, like, I remember, I think I said that, but it's just, okay, so, the point, like, okay, the game itself is I can't say too underrated, like, that was the wrong word to use. It's just, okay, underviewed, because there's barely any videos. Like, okay, there's a whole section that you can look up, Enter the Backrooms, hashtag Enter the Backrooms, and you can find a whole bunch of videos there, but as it stands, like, these YouTubers that have played Enter the Backrooms just haven't been the most alive channels. Like, they've been on life support. Let me just see. Like, I remember this one guy that I watched that I do want to shout out, because he is really cool. There's two of them, actually. So there's MGK. That man has been on the Backrooms grind.
I love MGK. I think his first video was about my game, and like that's kind of become like a staple of his channel. And he's so cool about it, and like he's really getting into it, and he's been so appreciative of like fans of Enter the Backrooms going to his channel and becoming fans of his channel. And he's just a really entertaining guy to watch. Like I think he has very like nostalgic old YouTuber vibes because he has a little bit of editing, but he doesn't overdo it. He doesn't try to like make it super duper funny all the time. He's just throwing in nice little things here and there to give his video some extra flavor. He's cutting out the fluff, and in my eyes, he's proving that Enter the Backrooms makes good content as long as you know how much to cut it up. Because inevitably there are going to be long periods where nothing really happens, but MGK throws in the perfect amount of stuff happening and waiting for stuff to happen. Because that's what Enter the Backrooms is about. It is about building that tension and then releasing it when weird things start going on. So I really appreciate MGK as a creator, and just as a person too. He seems like a really grounded, awesome, and genuine person.
Has he ever really gone like to the Discord or anything? Like,
I actually don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he has, but for some reason I feel as though he hasn't.
okay, like one day we need to reach out to the man. But that man has been on the Enter the Backrooms grind, and I respect him for it. I would make my own series on it, but one, I will admit this, I am admittedly too scared to do so. I've been getting over, like, the, jumpiness I get when playing Enter the Backrooms. It's just, I am so bad at the game. Like, Dullers, leave me alone! I know you hate the light, but die instead of staying still, please. Just go away! Go away! I have $20 on me. Like, last time I played, I had about 20 of them, for some reason. And then, like, a party goer popped up. I just closed the game, because I knew where my save was. I was like, nope. No. No. Like, I'm getting chased by $20 only for a party goer to pop up in the next box. Bruh. Speaking of party goers and Enter the Backrooms, MGK does not like them. I remember the whole 15-minute episode of him being stuck in level fun, and he's just like, like, that's literally him.
Man, dude, the funny thing is, they're even worse. Party goers are going to be even worse. So in release version 2, they were good. Release version 3, I tried to make them better, but I made them worse when it comes to like their AI.
Their AI?
Yeah, I just screwed it up. I won't go into how because it's kind of complicated, but I screwed it up. But release version 4, I think I did a slightly different version of the old stuff, and so now they're a bit more interesting.
And
but like they're a lot more dangerous.
In release version 5, I assume they're gonna be worse.
Maybe, I don't know. I may just decide, you know what, I'm not gonna touch them.
If I were to make a, if I were to make a Backrooms game, which I did suggest to Shadows, I would have like specific like effects for the entities, like where you play after you get a game over. Because like, why does death have to be the stop for it, huh? So my original idea, here's what I would do if I had any sort of coding skill. First of all, I would make something like a Backrooms game, mainly based around like, I don't know, I can't really say too much without accidentally ripping off Enter the Backrooms. I just say more. Okay, take Enter the Backrooms, but make it more focused on the entities and the exploration. Like, basically that. And the thing is, you get to play, depending on what happens to you, you get to play after you get a game over. So, like, if you got caught by a party goer, you would be able to explore for a little bit until, like, that, the whole transformation sets in, because, that's their whole thing.
Yeah.
You would play until you turn into one, in which case NPCs spawn across whatever map you're in, and you get to hunt them down and cause the apocalypse. Because, one thing speaking of which, I've been talking about the party goers a lot. One thing that actually fascinates me about the entities is if they were to enter the front rooms, that is a massive red flag. Like, if that's not taken care of immediately, that is an end of the world scenario. Because frankly, partygoers, they're like zombies at this point. They can basically turn you into one of them, and if that were to happen in a populated area, apocalypse is immediately going to be like that's an immediate apocalypse right there.
Yeah.
But yeah, like basically, I would make a game that would basically have that as a function. Like if you get caught by a partygoer, you turn into a partygoer and hunt down NPCs or possibly other players if multiplayer were involved. Speaking of multiplayer, that is hard to do, isn't it?
Yeah, and another thing, like, first of all, I wouldn't do it just because, yeah, it's too hard. I don't know how to get started with that. I'm not a network developer. It would probably start costing money to do that. Second thing, I don't really think multiplayer works for a backrooms game, in my opinion. At least if you're going for horror. Because if you have someone standing next to you, if in my eyes, it's way less scary. You're just like, yeah, oh, look at that monster. Hey dude, look at that monster. Yeah, wow, no.
Hey
going
bro.
after you.
More like, hey bro, I'm being chased over here. The thing is,
it doesn't make sense because if you're supposed to be in this infinite maze, then what are the odds of you actually coming across someone? They're like.
That's the thing though. Like that's the thing with a multiplayer. Like I would try to do multiplayer, but the thing is, in my personal opinion, if multiplayer were to be a thing, that's the thing. Like you bait the whole story element, you got lucky. Like you came across someone that isn't an insanity. Like lucky you. Try and survive. Now things are gonna get harder because I'm gonna throw a bunch of stuff at you. Here's a party goer. Have a bunch of pain. Speaking of pain, liquid pain. That object is cool. I like like what a part. Like, hey, you get drunk on alcohol? No, I get drunk on liquid pain. Where are your limbs?
A lot of people have asked me to add liquid pain. I'm like, no. That's like the Enter the Backrooms equivalent of the poisonous potato. It looks sort of similar to the actual item, but it just hurts you and does nothing else.
Well, the thing is, what you could do is have it ruin your save, but that would be just absolute BS.
Exactly. See, that's even worse. Because I mean, I guess that's technically original, but that's
the thing
horrible.
That's the thing that it does. Like, if we're going by pure logic, liquid. Like, I think a lot of people don't understand this. Liquid pain does not kill you. Like, it leaves you in that state, in that final state forever. You're literally not able to. Oof. It doesn't kill you, man. Liquid death does though. But the thing is, what it would do, like, I'm pretty sure, like, I can predict the function. Basically, what it would do when you pick it up and accidentally, how would you, that's the thing, nobody would fall for it again. But the thing is, if you were to somehow fall for it, first off, your character wouldn't be able to move, you would be continuously taking damage and regenerating, and your save would basically be ruined.
Yep.
Well, the one saving grace for that is if you have almond water on you, but if you don't, you're kind of dead. Well, you're the opposite of that, but you get the point. Your save is dead. Like, I'm gonna load my save. Oh, wait, I can't move. I can't do anything now. I'm depressed. Did you ever consider adding items to Enter the Backrooms? Like the various items you have. Because, there's liquid pain, there's liquid death, there's, other
of course, there are other objects I've considered adding.
Like what?
There are other entities I've considered adding. There are other levels I've considered adding. Like an item. Hold on, let me go back. Because there was one in particular that was sort of interesting, but then I was like, no. Backrooms wiki objects. I mean, it's been so long since I've actually read through the objects, because I've just been like, man, I don't care. Oh yeah, I think it was like a no, it wasn't. It was Royal Rations. I considered adding that because I thought it'd be pretty neat. But then I figured, well, the first aid kit is already kind of like the Royal there's some
But
things
the
on
thing
the
is,
back rooms
what
like
people
that.
really want to see is a weapon. But y'all
Yeah,
really,
no, that ain't happening. Other than like the fire salt bomb and stuff like that, that's not happening.
primarily because like, why would you need a weapon? Like you literally have ways to decrease the entity count. There's no reason to add a weapon.
Well, and having weapons, like from a survival standpoint, it would make sense. But it'd be really hard to fashion a weapon in the back rooms in the first place. And
I mean, you can find an abandoned, like, say there's an abandoned MEG outpost, like there would be
but
probably.
then I'd have to add. Then the problem becomes that, well, I'd have to add those as well, just so that you can have weapons. And then it's like weapons make the game. Weapons would make the game a joke because there'd be almost no threats in it.
Hey,
Like,
joke mode, you spawn as the Doom Slayer. You
So
spawn
when you
as
can kill
Doom guy.
When you can kill things, it's not scary. It just gets a little frustrating. Like in Minecraft, like on your first night when you're surrounded by zombies and skeletons and you don't know how to like kill them, that's scary. But on your like 1000th night, when you have full diamond armor and you're going into a cave and you're slashing out monsters, that's not scary at all. You just get frustrated whenever like a creeper blows up and deals some damage and stuff. Like it loses that fear factor. It loses a feeling of helplessness. Helplessness is like one of the biggest things in horror games. You feel like you have nothing you can actually do to stop whatever's coming after you. And so it's like a fight. It's like activating your sense of fight or flight and forcing the player to take the flight path. And that's what I love about horror games. And so that's why in Enter the Backrooms you can't just kill monsters, because if you could do that, you would have that fight option that I don't want you to have. I want you to take the flight option because that is scarier.
How to defend against Duller? Punch it. No, that will probably kill you.
It would just take your hand and use it to enter your body.
Like,
Because canonically, don't take that out of context. Canonically, that's kind of what the doors are about. They sense you. They sense that you're not from the backrooms, and they want to try and cleanse you and help you become one with the backrooms, so that balance is restored. And so they chase after you. They chase after the light of your soul from the front rooms, and they try to dull that light. They try to dim that light, which is why they're called dullers. And so, they get you. They're basically kind of going inside you and doing damage to your soul itself, not really your physical body. And that's why in the upcoming update, you can hide under tables. Because when you hide under a table, you're kind of becoming one with that table, at least according to the dolars. So if you're part of the table, you're part of the backrooms, since the table is part of the backrooms.
You know, I probably should have been hiding when I had 20 of them on me.
Well,
that would have been.
You can't do that in the version you're playing. That's a new.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I was just saying. Oh hey, crouching. This is probably not going to be useful later, except for level 19.
Well, it's only you can only hide under tables right now, but because of all like the structures and stuff that I've been adding, like there are more tables you can find in Minecraft, and I may increase the functionality even further and do hiding for other areas, maybe like vents or just little hidey holes. Excuse me, little hidey holes that appear around the map every now and then or something. We'll have to see, but nothing in release version 4 besides tables.
Tables? Can you flip them? Imagine just had coming across a party goer and you just flip the table and say, no, goodbye. The door's there. I'm taking it. Goodbye. Have a nice day. Actually, have a horrible day. I don't know anymore. Wait, is it day or night? What's day or not? What's day? The party goer's just looking at you. He's like, what's day or night? Oh boy. Anyway, this interview was amazing. Got 30 seconds left to an hour. Everyone, this has been Cosmic Crow. This outro was also a mistake. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yes.
I think I need to run now. Anyway, see you sleepyheads in the next video. Want to say anything?
Yes.
Oh, I'm out. Hold on. Let me just time this perfectly.